we're going to go through everything: head, machine, wand, pipe, the lot. Right, let's get into it. So you know how to take the machine off, empty the machine first. We're going to put that aside for a minute. I'm going to start with the cyclone. So with the cyclone, you pop the bottom as you would normally, take the bin off, empty any dust out of the bin. This bin can be washed. Wash this in Flash antibacterial floor cleaner, degreaser. That's going to go over into our bucket to be cleaned. Right, then we're on to the actual cyclone. To remove the cyclone, there's T10s all the way around the cyclone. You're also going to want to use something like a butter knife, which is something we use a lot of in this channel, and that is just to pop the screen off. When we're lifting this up and popping the screen off, you can clean a lot of the cyclone out. If you don't want to go to the extremes of stripping this apart to clean it quite like this, my goodness me, we're going to make a mess today. Look at that already, what's come out of there. So the screen going in the bucket to be washed. Now I'm going to strip the cyclone down. I'm going to remove all of these T10 screws. If you want, I'll link you a screwdriver down below in the description if you want to get yourself a T10 Torx bit. But this machine, as we're going to discover, I think is going to be absolutely filthy. Oh my goodness me, what don't you love taking these machines apart? This is what happens if you never clean your Dyson out. My goodness me, look at that in that cyclone. Right, that's in the wash bin. Take the gasket off, keep that safe, you're going to want that again. Goodness me, do I really want to bang this, or should I just take it off? So this comes apart further just by pulling it. It comes off, but it's very stuck, as you can see. Look, it pulls off. I'm going to leave that on. I'm going to wash this as it is, otherwise I'm going to make, once it's in the wash, because this part comes off and then the other part in here comes out as well, so you can clean that really thoroughly. Right, onto this basic machine. So you have a filter in here. I'm sure this is probably something you know about. So this filter needs to be washed supposedly every 3 months. Again, put that in hot soapy antibacterial water. All of this part of the machine can be wiped out with antibacterial wipes. So give this all a good wipe over. Wet cloth, damp cloth. Don't know if you can see down in here, there's a hell of a blockage. And we'll fish out everything that's in here. Give this a vacuum. Right, so what we do with this is I use elbow crease multi-purpose. This is great just as a multi-purpose degreaser. So a bit of kitchen towel. We're going to give it a quick wipe over. Another thing in this video I want to show you is how to clean the cyclone and the brush head, which is what I'm going to do in just a second. Got to remember, the inside of your Dyson is always going to get dusty, and it's always going to be a bit dirty, so you just need to make sure there's no large clumps and blockages. Inside the machine. Right. Right, it's looking loads better. Just check inside here, make sure there's nothing in there. That's where it comes around through and then through into the filter from here. You can see in here there's a hole, and that's the other side of there, so you can see through. Make sure that's clear, no chunks of hair or anything nasty blocking up in there. So that's the base of the machine done, apart from a bit of a wipe over. I don't think we've got anything too much to worry about there. Obviously check your attachments, make sure they're not blocked up. I'll get back to that in a minute once we've cleaned the cyclone. Right, onto your motor head. It's got instructions on here of how to open the basic of this up. Twist these two, slide this up and lift. And again, no wonder this machine's not picking up very well. You've got a blockage right at your, say, flap to let the dust through. Get rid of that. Brush bar on this one is actually not too clogged up. Normally these are extremely clogged up. What I'm going to do on this one, we're going to flip it over. We're going to do these 3 screws right here. We're going to pop, so 5 screws. We're going to pop the top cover off. We're going to clean out in under here where the whatever you want to call it, the floor. This is to change between what type of floor you're using it on. So yeah, we're going to clean in here, get all this hair out. If you've got a second vacuum cleaner, you can vacuum all this out. If you have only got your vacuum cleaner, use the attachment on the end of it and give this a clean. Very quick, simple. can see just how quick and simple it is to do that. Like I say, this brush bar is really not too bad. You should see some of the ones that I have to fix. I'll just pull some of this hair off. So this brush bar runs on the suction of the vacuum cleaner. So the vacuum cleaner pulls the air in through here, spins this, which in turn spins that. So this has got stuff in it. It won't be spinning, and then it won't be cleaning your floor. So a lot better than it was. Just gonna clean up in here. This quick wipe out just so we can put it back together and it be nice and clean inside. You could always put this under the tap, you can wash this inside, or you can just give it a good wipe over with some antibacterial wipes or general purpose cleaner, whatever you've got. If you've got a machine that smells bad, wet dog smell, whatever, it will be in the cyclone and the filter of the main machine, so the parts in there that you're going to give a good wash out. Right, clean off around the seal here where it's got a lot of stuff stuck in it. This thing's been used for all sorts by the look of it. Dogs, building work, just general filth and dust. But this machine is, say, 10 years old now, so you know, think about all the things you've sucked up off your carpet over the last 10 years. So I'm going to put this back together. Quick and simple, just check in there. I can see there's a clump of hair just up in here. If you've got a loss of suction, you've got one of these machines, and you check your for blockages, check this pipe here hasn't got a split in it. These do split in here, and if they split, then you're going to lose a lot of your suction. Oh, nice little extra in there. Right, it's coming out of everywhere. Oh. Right, there we are. So let's put this back together. This just clicks on here. Top plate comes over, clips back on. Like I say, if you want to give this a thorough clean out, you can do. But just bear in mind, it's a vacuum cleaner, and within a couple of days, it's going to be just the same as it was. So a few screws. If you've got a set of screwdrivers, you know, all those tiny little multi bits in, good chance you'll have a part that will fit these. If you're in the UK and you've got a Poundland, you can get them from Poundland. If you've got a Dollar Tree, any of those sort of stores, click, click, click. Right, well that's all of the crud cleaned out from in under there. This over. Wipe over, get all the dust off the top of it. Thing is, the static electricity caused by sucking the air through these gets them attracted to the dust attracts to them. So, quick and easy, that's the brush bar next. Right, and we're going to have a last look at the wand. So the wand on these comes off, as I'm sure you're aware, and then sometimes, I don't know if you can see down in there, you get like a build up of a blockage. Not much on this one. Just give it a clean up and see, get a bit of a, it's really not much in this machine. And then check down the, whoop, make sure you've got no blockages. All fine on this, that's not a problem. I think all the issues in this one are within the cyclone. Right, I'm going to go. Give this lot a wash. After a nice hot soak and a good scrub with some antibacterial flash surface cleaner, floor cleaner, and then I washed all the bin out as well in the same stuff. As I was saying earlier on with the cyclone, you couldn't even see it earlier. You can see now, you can see these screws. So if you want to, you can go a little bit further and undo all of the screws around there. You can see now. You can see in there it's clean. It doesn't need to be taken apart any further than that. That's cleaned out now. But you can take those screws out. Right, now we're ready to reassemble this. I'll just show you how to put this back together. So we have this, the ring that we took off earlier. Just on this ring we have this point here, and that locates over this piece here. So what we need to do, just need to slide this on so it locates. Push this on just so it's in place. With that piece on, then come back to our cyclone, and you will look and you will see the corresponding point just here, and that, when we put it on, matches the corresponding point. Can you see there and there, the same as we had when we put the other part on. So that matches that. I'm just going to push it into place, and then we're going to reinstall the screws. So pop all the screws back in. Tighten them up. There we are. Then I'm going to reinstall dust cover. So get it so your tabs line up, quite easy, pop it on, there we are. That's our cyclone completely cleaned out. The cyclone can then go back on the bin as normal. With the bin cleaned. What a difference to what it looked like when we started. This is going to help the machine massively. And then all we do with this is clip it back on as normal. Brush head, well, you know how to put that on. You're going to need to leave this out to dry 3 days, 2-3 days. Make sure it's completely dry before you put it back in the machine, otherwise this will cause you problems. Right, now it's time to give it a try. Perfect. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, don't forget to give me a like just to let me know this helped you out. If you've got any comments or questions, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you. Don't forget to subscribe for more Dyson repair videos. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.